Hello and welcome to the Seahawkers podcast. Brandon is on vacation and sometimes you get by with a little help from your flock friends. I am your host today, Clinton Bonner. This is our From the Podium episode where we curate the most delightful little nuggets of the press conferences from the coaches, from the players. We put it in a blender and bring it to you in a very digestible format that the flock seems to dig. Speaking of that, hey folks, if you enjoy what we're putting out there, we'd love to have you subscribe on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Seahawkers podcast. Of course, subscribe wherever you're getting audio. And if you want to support the show, gettingtheflock.com is the place to do it. Let's get right to today's action. It was a different type of win for the Seahawks on Sunday as they prevailed in a low-scoring affair over the Arizona Cardinals. Here were Pete Carroll's general reflections on the game.
It's really a satisfying win in terms of playing all together. Everybody doing their part. The exception of the punt block, it was really a good ball game for us in a lot of ways, and the balance was there, and kind of responded to the situations. We gave up that one, and then our offense came right back, went 75 yards and scored and answered those points that went on the board for them. They're really happy with the whole group on defense. They've been fighting their tails off to get it done and to try to get to a point where they feel like they're really doing something. And the pass rush just came to life today, and the guys were all over the quarterback. So really rewarding in that regard. It's a big deal to get a win today. Everybody in the division is the same. So we're starting all over again. And so you could look at it a lot of ways. I'm looking at it like we're in first place, and fired up to have, after we've been through what we've been through, to be in that position, feel fortunate. And so Geno had a really solid game today. We didn't protect as well. We held the ball a little bit, but he had a really solid day throwing the football. Did some really good stuff and came through for us. I thought Ken Walker showed you how legit he is. He's really a special runner, and he's going to have marvelous, miraculous runs. It's going to shock you with the things that he does. He's so laterally gifted in breaking and bursting and all that. I thought that was great today. The other thing that I don't even know what to tell you about our pups, man. To be hawking the football like they are, what an exposition of their makeup, their way they play, their focus on the ball, their ability to make the plays when they're given the opportunities, and really they're finding those opportunities. Both Kobe and Tariq, and it's just exciting to watch and to see it. I don't remember feeling like this about a young corner out there that goes week after week after week, coming from where he came from and all that, and to be this far along and having this much fun and success and all that. It's really fun to watch. And so anyway, so I'm just I'm surprised that they've been so consistent. I wish we would get a few more guys. If we get a few more guys involved in knocking the ball around and picking them up and all that, we'll be really rolling. So the offense did a really good job in not turning the ball over today. That was a huge accomplishment for us. We need to keep going there.
The Seahawks managed to give up just 3 points on defense, with the Cardinals' lone touchdown coming from a blocked punt. Sort of blocked.
We missed a pickup miserably, and from what I understand, I haven't seen the look at it yet. I was talking to the coaches about it. We missed something.
On the bright side, Carroll was pleased to see D. Eskridge get more involved, and so was I.
Yeah, and he did. He showed up in some nice ways. That's great. He was sick early in the week, and he didn't have a full week of preparation. We were a little bit concerned about that. But the last couple of weeks, he's really cleaned things up. He really is on his assignments and all of that. And you can see how dynamic a player he has a chance to be too. So we need to just keep going with him.
Another young player who showed out on Sunday was Ken Walker III, K9 himself. Here were Geno's thoughts on the rookie back.
Man, he's explosive. I mean, it was one of those runs where I don't think he might have gained 1 yard, but he made like 6 dudes miss, on a run. And that's just how special he is, man. He can make, something out of nothing. And, when the line's blocking great and he gets up to the second level, it's going to be hard, to get him down. But today he did a great job, was great in protections. And, I think he's really coming along.
Geno also raved about the team's rookie class as a whole.
And I said it to Tyler. I was like, man, that rookie class, they didn't miss. Every single one of those guys are studs. They're contributing, and you can see them growing every single week, each one of those guys. And for those guys to be young rookies and to be stepping up the way that they are, I think it speaks volumes to them personally as players, and then to the organization and front office and scouts for selecting those guys.
And here are Walker's thoughts on his first start. He sure did look elusive.
It felt good. It was a blessing to be out there with the guys. Today, it was pretty fun. Give credit to my O-line for the game and also the wide receivers. They did their job too. So, those guys made it a lot easier for me to play.
Shaun Alexander was inducted into the Seahawks Ring of Honor at halftime during the game. The former Spartan said it was cool to have his first start on Shaun Alexander's big day. Big props to number 37.
Oh, it was very special. I got a chance to meet Shaun Alexander yesterday. And I talked to him the day before I came in here, and it's real cool to see. You see those guys from the past and their highlights and how hard they ran, and they paved the way for guys like me. So it was pretty cool, and it was great talking to him, and I'm pretty sure we'll be in touch from here on out.
On the other side of the ball, here's what Quadre Diggs had to say about the team's defensive improvements.
Look good, didn't it? Look real good. It feel good. It feel different. You know what I mean? So. I applaud to all the guys. We came out and kind of came out with a purpose and understood what the mission was. And it was dope. The D-line, linebackers, secondary, everybody played really well. We still got some stuff we can clean up and get better. But at the end of the day, you hold the team to 3 points. Their only score on us was the first drive when we trying to get settled down. So great effort from coaches and everything. So dope day.
Diggs also spoke about how the Seahawks were able to stop the Cardinals on so many attempted fourth down conversions. Thank you, Cliff.
Just keeping the pocket, keeping them in the pocket, putting our hands up and just pressuring the pocket and just keeping everything in. And, when you get Kyler, kind of boxed in a little bit, it makes it harder, which he's a great player. Don't get it twisted. But, the D-line did a heck of a job doing that.
Diggs has been especially impressed with the rookie corners. Yeah, they are turnover machines.
It's special. It's like seeing your little brothers shine. For me, those really like my little brothers. Like I've been super excited about both of them since the jump. So seeing them go out there, make the plays and bring that to life. And, you can just watch it because I have a front row seat. I'm in the back just trying to control, which I'm happy about being in the back, being able to see those guys and, just letting those things go. So those guys getting after it, and they got to continue to do it. We got 17 games. We only week 6. So when that turnovers come, they come in bunches.
Speaking of those rookie corners, here is Tariq Woolen speaking about the interception he came up with, his 4th in as many games.
I was kind of surprised because just throughout the whole game, it was a quiet game. I'm just like, okay, is it a pass on come? And then I lined up against a tight end in the situation they was in towards the end of the game, and I was just playing off. And I was like, okay, fine, let me get some action. And on that play I had got an interception, I seen that Kyler Murray and Marquise Brown did a signal like this or something like that. And just knowing who Marquise Brown is and the situation it was, he's going to have to go deep. So I just made sure I stayed on top the whole route. And I just made a play on the ball.
Elsewhere on the defense, the Seahawks found success along the defensive line, coming away with 6 sacks, including one from Uchenna Nwosu.
We stopped the run. That's really what it was. The last, 4 or 5 weeks, we had trouble stopping the run, and that's what the game plan was going into this game, stop the run so we can have some fun. And we did that, and, guys was able to, as you guys saw all over the field, fly out the field, get after Kyler Murray. Keeping him in the pocket was going to be a big deal this game. He was able to do that. And not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 6 different guys got a sack, which is huge.
Darrell Taylor also had what might have been his best game of the season so far.
I thought he really looked good. Yeah, he played really fast and was a factor on the edge. I was really fired up to see that. Yeah, because it's. I think we found a good rhythm for the way we were alternating and rotating stuff, and he had a really nice day attacking the line of scrimmage, getting off on the count, playing with the crowd, and the whole thing. It worked great for him and gave us a chance for him to be a bigger factor. It was a great rush, the one they forced the fumble on in particular, but he had some other ones too.
Coach Carroll was asked what bits of the defensive improvements seem sustainable to him.
Everything. Yeah, really everything, Started up front. Guys got off the ball really well. We had a little trouble tracking down the quarterback, but we really had great pressure during the day. And the running game the traditional running game we played especially well. We had a hard time, getting Murray down, but the fact that we played the kind of game that gave our offense a chance to win when we weren't real productive. We moved the ball okay, and we were in position to score a lot of points. We just didn't hit it in the red zone like we need to, and so we needed the defense to play well, and so it was a good combined win for us, and we know that we can count either side of the football right now.
Contrary to season-long trends, the offense was where the Seahawks struggled a bit.
Yeah, there was a collection of things that took place. A couple things were timing, footwork, not being ready to throw the ball when early, and got the pocket, kind of crushed a little bit by a good pass rush on the edge. There was some untimely stuff. We didn't execute as well as we needed to get the ball out, and so we just got behind it, and it just wasn't as clean as it's been. Excuse me. The other thing is that they did a lot of stuff, and they always do, and it was a good challenge for us.
Coach Pete was also asked a surprise question by DK Metcalf, who posed as a reporter. Sneaky.
Are you a big Halloween fan? My bad. I ain't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, matter of fact, I am a pretty good sized Halloween fan, and
me and the guys are throwing a little Halloween party. Just wanted to invite you.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
No, I'm out of your hair. I know you've seen me all day today. He's out.
You won't know what I am by my costume. I want you to know that.
You can come to Pete.
That's too hard. Hey, who could do that?
Let's end with some injury updates, starting with Big Al Woods, Captain Thigharms, and LJ Collier.
How's Al Woods doing?
He wants to practice on Wednesday. He feels pretty good about it. He needed the break. And it was close for him to try, and he could have tried, but we really didn't want to force it, thinking that it might cause, his the soreness that he had to linger a little bit. So the report today, from him, we'll see. We'll take it easy on him Wednesday also, but he wants to go, so that's a good sign.
How has LJ looked getting back into practice for you last couple of weeks?
Do we know about his thumb? Did you guys know about that? He hurt his thumb last week, a little bit late in the week, and it just slowed him down a little bit. And was he not even on the report?
He's not on the roster.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. And so it would have really forced the issue to have him play. It happened in like Thursday's practice. And God, I thought that was one of those moments where I really screwed up. No, but I didn't. I feel good. Having great. Any more questions about Halloween?
Lastly, some news on Gabe Jackson.
We got to wait and see. Right off the bat, I can't tell you that he's raring to go yet. We'll have to see how the days go this week.
Statistical leaders from the game included Kenneth Walker III, K9, who ran for 97 yards and a touchdown on 21 carries, Jordan Brooks, who had 11 tackles, and Poona Ford, who had 5 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, and 1 sack. Poona! Big shout out to Wilson Kahn for producing this episode. Hit him up at Wilson_Kahn on Twitter. And also check out the other great show that Wilson's involved in as a co-host, PNW Prop Stars, as we go through the nooks and crannies of gambling on our Seattle Seahawks, as it's the only Seahawks-only gambling show in the multiverse, folks. That'll do it from the podium for today. Make sure you are following and subscribing everywhere you can. YouTube.com/Seahawkers podcast. Anywhere you got ears for all the audio platforms. And remember, folks, do your part. If 212s tell 212s, the Hawkra goes. And with that, there's only one thing left to say. Go Hawks.